What's up, everybody? Councilwoman Jamie Torres and DJ Cons. What's up, Jamie? How's it going?
Good. How are you, Cons? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing well. Let's get into it.
I know. And this has been one of the longest weeks I've ever experienced in my life.
Yes.
But welcome everyone to the weekly wrap up with me and DJ Cons. And we cover what's happened in council this week and a couple things that you can look forward to. So thanks for joining us, DJ Cons.
Always. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So legislative wrap up, a couple of important things. The city, we passed a $4 million contract to purchase a property. It's called the Denver Community Church. Where we've been housing, it's like a large gym out over by the Costco off of Alameda. It's in Council District 7, and it's been used as congregate shelter, largely for our migrant population. We've been using it since the beginning of our migrant response, and so the city just decided we're just going to purchase it and just be able to, rather than lease it, own it ourselves. So
Nice.
makes good sense, and we'll still be able to house families that are in transition or who've just arrived as they figure out kind of what they're going to do next. So that's probably one of the bigger pieces.
Nice.
We shared. So, Cons, tell me a little bit about your first summer jobs when you were a kid.
Oh man. You know what's crazy is I kind of started working a lot earlier than most kids. I had my first summer job when I was like 11. We would tend to the yard, the backyard of an old plumbing company. And man, ever since then, I love to work and make that summer money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I remember wanting to work at Elitch's.
Yeah.
But I never did.
Yeah. I always wanted to as well.
But I do remember working at like summer camps with kids. You know, I thought I'd end up working with kids a lot actually when I was younger. And in high school I worked at like Blockbuster Video. I know a lot of our young viewers have no idea what I'm just talking about. The city just launched a $1.7 million program, Cons, and so
Nice.
They're going to be giving $1,000 payments to kids who are working summer jobs.
Wow.
And yes. So if you are a kid or you are a parent and you have a kid ages 14 to 21 and they are going to be working this summer, you need to register them now, because once they complete 100 hours of work, they can be paid this $1,000. And districts like mine, those are the kids that they want to see come through the program as priorities. So it's super cool. 100 hours can go by really fast. And you just have to do those 100 hours by middle of August. So there's plenty of time to get that done. So you're working your job, you're getting paid for your job, and then you get basically a stipend on top of that. So trying to get that word out as far and wide as we can, and see who can qualify for that. So Denver kids, if you're working a summer job this summer, register now. Don't wait until you get your 100 hours. Register now. And
get that money and do something smart with it. Learn how to invest it and make it grow or something. You know what I mean? That's the next step in, education and learning how to, do finance. Nobody taught me, and I wish they did back when I was working that young.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh yeah. So that's awesome.
It's super cool. Okay. And then we had a safety meeting about Paco Sanchez Park and safety issues there. They have not gotten better yet. And I am on the mayor's office and DPD and working in tandem with them, trying to get some relief out there. And I know it's bad. So I just want to remind my community, keep calling in 311 if you feel like a crime is being committed, 911. That's actually data that we need to have in order to know like how big of an issue is it out there. And just reach out to our office, but know that we are working on it daily. It is a huge priority for us.
Nice.
So I just want folks to know that as well. And then there's something called Bad News Babes. And so pioneering business leaders going to visionary creatives This showcases diverse talent and voices in the community. And this month, they're spotlighting the achievements of Asian American women in Denver, from business leaders to creatives and advocates. And this round is coming on May 28th, so next week, at the Dandelion Coffee Company in Park Hill.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to highlight the businesses in our community. You know, that's awesome. There's so many independent businesses throughout the community. Now, do they have to register to be a part of it?
It's free. It's open. They are asking to register just so they can know that they have enough space and you want to secure a spot, but it is free. So anybody can go. And we have shared the link. I know I've seen it in our Instagram for folks to attend, but they have a pretty spectacular lineup. So I encourage folks to go out.
Nice. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. And then, so from now, and we covered this, the YouthWorks application. This is the get paid while you're already working. Just want to make sure that they're supporting kids in their financial goals. I know you probably make a minimum wage, which is about $20 an hour. But who couldn't use another $1,000, right, Cons?
Yeah, and good way for the kids to learn how to work with money and build skills, and that's something that I mean you and me know as well. We weren't taught that, and that's good for these kids to have the opportunity to have that amount of money and learn how to work it and grow it. And hey, that's
exactly
education and skills.
I can't even remember. I was probably in college when I did a first resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of the things that are just so normal nowadays. So anyway, there is also a virtual youth fair happening today at 4:00 and an in-person job fair on Saturday, June 1st. And so we will share information about both of those, but there is a virtual one happening today at 4 p.m. Yeah, so just to get that on everybody's radar. Nice. And then speaking of youth, so it's a super good time to remind everyone about getting the My Denver card if you don't already have it. So kids from 5 to 18 can use it to access libraries, rec centers, swimming pools, cultural facilities like Art Museum and Museum of Nature and Science, and you can get in free with that card. So that is like your get through free card to all these really amazing places. And this summer is when you need it the most,
Yeah.
Happy, safe, fun activities all during you can use it during school, but certainly during breaks.
Yeah, and that's a good way to have it all, be the parents be able to track the kids what they're spending, and it just keeps everything together. So that's awesome.
Totally. My mom, it always made her feel better. Single mom, right? My mom was a single mom, to know that like we were at Rudy or at Barnum or at the museum, or she knew that we were both kind of in a safe space, and we were getting something out of that time. So if you need to reactivate your card, or if you're signing up for the first time, go to any Denver Recreation Center and they'll get your picture and get you signed up for everything you need.
Awesome.
Yes. And so reminder, D3 office and pretty much all city agencies except for our emergency response will be closed on Monday. It is Memorial Day holiday. So shout out and huge recognition and thanks to all of our service members who have died in combat. We recognize and acknowledge you, and I want to thank we've got so many in district organizations that are here for our veterans and their families. We have VFW. We have VFW Post 1. The very first post in the country is on Santa Fe Drive. And yeah, so they do great things. 501 is out on Colfax. We have GI forums. We have American Legions. Just really grateful for the presence of these organizations and the work they do with and for our vets, and really keeping memory alive. So really appreciate them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank you. I come from a family of with a ton of veterans, that serve this country, you know what I mean? And, hats off to them. A lot of uncles, cousins, I got cousins that are still in the military. And, thank you guys for your service and everything that you do. So.
Right on. Good note to end on. Thank you, Cons. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Have a good one, Jamie. Peace out, D3. Love you all. Be safe and have a